In 3, 2.
Well, luckily it was on 2.
On 2.
Put that right in there.
Oh, that's going in.
That'll be an intro.
Is that Molly?
No, that was
really, Charisse.
Oh, well done.
Oh, it's Charisse?
That was
I thought it was you.
Oh, thanks.
Monster Jam! He's on fire!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another quadrant here in the 2023 Wisco Beer Bracket here on Milwaukee Beer Review. As always, I'm Josh.
And I'm Ross.
And we've got our wonderful friend Travis here with us from the beer community here in Wisconsin to help us drive through this quadrant, which is the Camp Randall bracket.
Camp Randall bracket.
Jump around.
I had to look down at our wonderful notes to see which quadrant we were in.
And
Because-
real quick, Travis joins us from the Clevens Brew Tour.
Yes.
So if you guys haven't followed them on Instagram or anything, definitely a great follow. Kind of pops around different brewers in the area, so it's, yeah.
Find him on Instagram where?
The Clevens Brew Tour.
Yeah.
Nice. Good.
Simple.
Super simple. All right, so we have got 4 more Wisconsin breweries here. We are cruising through the tournament, and we're going to see who wins out in this quadrant of the bracket, the Camp Randall bracket. So we've got 2 beers up front here. We've got one from Eagle Park Brewing Company, and we've got one from Lion's Tail Brewing Company. We've got 2 IPAs going head-to-head here in this quadrant. So let's get things kicked off. This is Eagle Park Brewing Company's Bowie's Spacesuit. This is a double dry hopped IPA from Eagle Park. Yep. So let's get a little nose on the first one here.
I mean, very citrusy coming off the front. You got a little bit of the bitterness coming through, but I think it's that citrus note that really comes through on the nose. A good bitterness, though.
I'm getting a lot of strong hop character on the nose.
Okie dokie.
That is super thick, too.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at that, I mean, it's creamy, it's thick. It's very light, though.
Yeah.
Like, in coloration.
That's a good haziness. I mean, beyond haziness, but
Super hazy.
yeah. All right.
Let's call it a super hazy.
Super hazy.
Love it. All right, let's check it out. Cheers.
Cheers.
It smells super hoppy, but it doesn't taste super hoppy.
Yeah, it's got a nice subtle bitterness to it. It's there for those who really like IPAs, but it's, again, we kind of talked about this. It's kind of a nice like bridge beer for those who maybe aren't huge into hoppy IPAs, to kind of balance everything out with some of those citrus, a little bit, I'm not gonna say sweet, but citrusy notes coming in.
If you let it linger long enough, there's definitely some significant hop bitterness there, but it's not overly bitter.
All right.
I think it's fairly consistent from the front end all the way to the back end.
Yeah.
It's just there's this like smooth, creamy hop bitterness all the way from the front to the back. It's good. It's a solid beer.
Yep.
Quality.
Yeah.
And I expect nothing less from Eagle Park
Yeah,
because
exactly.
they're known for their IPAs.
Yeah.
So this is good stuff.
All right.
All right, so up next is Lion's Tail's Rampant. This is another IPA. This is a double IPA from them. Do we know ABV on this?
We don't.
Search.
We don't.
We don't.
We don't.
Okay, we don't know.
We should have looked before.
But let's get a little nose on this thing and check it out. Looks like more of a standard IPA.
Yeah, much more traditional
Yeah.
look from an IPA.
To the nose we go.
Doesn't smell like it.
Ooh.
You know, oddly enough, this smells closer like an amber ale
Yeah.
than it does an
Oh,
IPA.
A lot more malty
Yeah,
sweetness
yeah.
than hop bitterness.
Which is
Yeah.
surprising from a
definitely
double IPA. You'd think with a double IPA, we get much more of the hoppy bitterness
Mm-hmm.
and things coming out, but it's just not there really.
Yeah, it's almost like a candy sweetness on
Mm-hmm.
the nose, kind of like you get out of an amber.
It's not bad at all, but it throws you off from what you're expecting versus what you're getting on the nose.
Curious what we get on the palate.
Yeah.
All right, let's check it out.
Cheers.
Cheers.
If I was drinking this blind, I would not know that was an IPA.
I completely agree. Honestly, it tastes to me closer like a Bock. It's kind of like a Bock amber ale with a slight bitterness right at the end.
Okay.
But I agree. It doesn't taste like an IPA.
Doesn't taste like an IPA
It's not.
whatsoever.
It's good, but it's not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
It almost gives me like Belgian IPA characteristics to it. There's like a little bit of like a yeasty, kind of creamy, almost like clovey bitterness along with the hop characteristics to this. It's interesting. I wouldn't first sip you don't think double IPA like what you traditionally get from a bitterness perspective out of this. It's unique, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right, so we gotta pick a winner. Travis, putting you on the spot to start.
I'm more the Eagle Park, to be honest. I just like the bitterness to it over the Lionsdale.
Okay. Josh?
I kind of want to give Lionsdale credit for what this is. At the same time, though, I think Eagle Park did their beer so well that it's hard to not choose that one. So I'm going with Eagle Park as well, and the Bowie's Spacesuit.
Yeah, I think they're both really good beers. This is not. I think what Eagle Park did though, it's more traditional. I think it's more closer to the flavor profile you were expecting.
Yep.
The Lionsdale beer is good, but I think we all kind of said it's not what you're expecting, and it doesn't. It does hurt like in this sense, but it's still a really good beer. But I'm gonna go with Eagle Park.
Yep.
So that's a clean sweep for Eagle Park. So
Okay, first half done.
yeah. So now we're moving on to two new brewers actually to the channel. So we're gonna first start off with Rustic Road out of Kenosha. This is their Hazelnut Harvest. This is an amber ale that has hazelnut, I guess. So that's what I know. so try that.
It has hazelnut. It's a kind of unique little brewery down there.
Yeah.
I've checked them out a few times. I've been down there before. Fun little place to check out.
Get a little nose on it.
That
Oh wow, it's
Holy hazelnut.
yeah,
smells delicious.
pure hazelnut. I mean, it's a good. The hazelnut for there. There's a slight sweetness, almost like, for lack of like a syrupy sweetness type. Yeah, so
I'd say syrupy. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, definitely syrupy, sweet.
yeah,
It smells good.
yeah, it really does.
It
That's
just makes you want to drink it.
Wow.
yeah.
All right, check it out.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow.
So it's got a nice sweetness to it with a hazelnut, and I know it's not.
It's not
technically
super strong either.
No, and it's got like a maple syrup kind of like profile to it, even though it's not really in its stayed in there, but it's that flavor profile is there. And the fact that it's an amber ale just lets those other flavors kind of shine through without any like sort of adjuncts or anything from the beer kind of spilling over on it. It's really tasty.
I like it. I wish there was a little bit more viscosity to it. It almost feels a little thin to me.
Yeah.
I can
Like
see that.
front end to back end, like you get a lot of really good hazelnut characteristics, but the beer overall feels thin to me. I don't want to say watered down, but there's a little bit of a characteristic of that to it to me, which is a bit of a knock. But it's got good flavor profile.
It's an amber
overall.
ale, though.
It,
You're
it
not going
is.
to get that thick viscosity from like a stout or
Understood,
something. Like,
yeah.
and that's the weird thing is like the flavor profile that's coming out of this would be more suited or more I'm used to out of a stout or something.
I think the nose though leads you to believe that this is going
That's
to be
fair,
like
right.
super upfront, like sweet characters that hazelnut's going to punch right through the beer, and it doesn't. It's subdued within kind of that amber style. So it's good actually. I like it.
All right. So moving on then to Torzala. So Torzala's again, this is a Bayview brewery up in the Liquor Warehouse. So this is their 8-hour hef. So this is it comes in at 4.7%. It's a hef. I mean, there's not really that much else to say about it. So
Hefs are what got me into craft beer
Yeah.
many years
Alright.
ago.
I mean that
Smells like a hef.
to me that smells like a traditional hef. It's
Yeah.
got the nice banana notes to it. It's got some good clove flavor coming out of it. Josh, you seem to disagree a little bit.
It's heavy on the clove.
Okay.
I'm not getting a ton of banana. It's there, but there's almost like a bitterness to the nose to me that doesn't belong in a Hefeweizen.
Okay.
I'm nervous about what that means for the palate.
All right.
So we'll see.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh.
How is your nervous? What do you think?
That bitterness I was getting on the nose doesn't really translate to the palate at all. There's a lot more banana characters on the palate than I was getting on the nose.
It's really good.
It's actually a really solid hef
Yeah.
on the palate.
It's got that kind of like nice like creaminess feel to it that you really like. I've had and that the cloves are there and it adds a nice like subtleness throughout, but the banana kind of flavor I think really shines through in this one.
Yeah, it tastes a lot of the banana for sure.
Yeah. And it's got the again. I think the banana adds to that creaminess you kind of get throughout the whole thing.
For a beer that's so simple, German purity law, what is a Hefeweizen supposed to be? It's very easy to screw a beer like this up.
Yeah, I agree.
And this is actually really well done. So I'm going to give them some credit here.
Yeah.
So I think this is gonna be an interesting vote because I think these are two very unique beers. Josh, I'm gonna start with you.
I'm going with the 8-hour hef. I like what Rustic Road did. I think how thin that beer is, though, turned me off to it a little bit. I was expecting just a little bit more robust character to that beer, and it wasn't quite there. This hits the notes of what I want out of a hef, so I'm going to go the 8-hour Hefeweizen.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to agree. I like the hef a little bit more. I like the creaminess from it, and it just goes down really good.
Yeah.
Like, you can drink that on a nice hot summer day.
Yeah. This is relatively boring. I'm agreeing. I think the Torzala is good. And it's again, I think both beers are really good, but I think from what we like and everything, I think the hef really hits all those notes, and it's got that nice banana creaminess kind of to it. So yeah, let's we got one more shot at the Eagle Park Bowie's spacesuit.
Bowie spacesuit versus the Torzala
Torzala 8-hour.
Hefeweizen. So the ones on the end.
Yeah.
One last little taste.
God, they're such different beers, right? Okay, I got my vote.
Okay, Travis.
I love the creaminess and like the banana flavors from the Torzala, but I'm just like a big IPA person.
Yeah.
And I love IPAs, and like the citrus just comes out really strong with like the Eagle Park, and I'm gonna have to go with the Eagle Park.
Huh? I'll go. They're both great beers. I don't disagree with anything you said. Again, this almost comes down to a preference thing for me, and I prefer hefs, so I'm going to actually go with the Torzala Hefeweizen. I think it's just a really well done Hefeweizen.
You're the deciding
And,
factor again.
I just think it's a preference thing. To your point, it's not one's worse than the other. It's just I like that style better.
It's all up to you.
Okay, hold on. All right, so I'm a big Hefeweizen fan, and that is a well done hef. It's not as well done as I would like. So, and I think Eagle Park blew it out of the water with how good that double dry hopped IPA is. I'm giving it to Eagle Park here with the Bowie spacesuit. I do think Torzala did a great job with that hef. It's a great hef, but I think Eagle Park hit the nail on the head with Bowie spacesuit, so I'm going that direction. And Eagle Park takes the Camp Randall
Randall.
quadrant
Moving on.
of the bracket. So, I'm not even going to say which beers made it, because I don't know what order these are going to release in yet. But good stuff here from Eagle Park. Congratulations on making it to the final round here in the 2023 Wisco Beer Bracket. So thanks for watching. If you've tried any of these, let us know what you think in the comments. Otherwise, check us out on the rest of our social media channels. We are on Untappd. We are on Twitter. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We are here on YouTube. So like, comment, subscribe, and we will see all of you in a future episode.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.